The Gina and Matty podcast. Hey, this is Taylor Swift.
What's going on, guys? It's Post Malone.
It's Selena Gomez.
Hey, guys, I'm Justin. This is Harry Styles.
Hi, this is Pink. Gina and Matty's Star Watch.
All right, let's find out what is making some headlines in the glossies. Gina Jeffries and Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner, who were married from 2025 to 2015, continue to show signs of emotional intimacy despite their divorce. Now, they're obviously co-parenting, which, you know, is always going to be an interesting thing to navigate. They seem like they're doing it quite well, but experts are saying that Ben is a little bit more keen on the relationship than Jen. He's already gone back to reheat the old soup with J-Lo, and now the experts are saying by looking at the body language when the two of them together, he has fallen back in love with his other ex, Jennifer Garner.
Oh, jeez. At least their names are the same.
No, but I think this one's gone, wrong Jen, wrong block, not interested, Ben, here for the co-parenting. So that is just a complete beat
And
up.
did you say reheat the soup?
Yeah, reheat the leftovers.
Never heard that before.
Reheating leftovers. And then there's the HR policy is where you don't stick your pen in the company ink. That's the other one that we use around the building as well.
I've heard that one.
Yeah. What else is making news? Lady Gaga, she hosted Saturday Night Live. She was the host and also the musical guest, which is a big thing to do. She was incredible on Saturday Night Live. Her monologue, she did reference, though, that she is now an actor more than a musician after, well, she did touch on, I guess, the success or lack thereof of Joker 2 with Joaquin Phoenix. And this is part of her monologue where she spoke about it.
Anyway, I'm an actor now. And I've been very diligent about selecting films that would showcase my craft as a serious actor. Films such as Joker 2. Apparently, people thought it was awesome. Joaquin and I even got nominated for a Razzie, which is an award for the worst films of the year. So we won for worst on-screen duo. But joke's on them. I love winning things.
Gaga, absolutely good. You can catch that on Binge if you have it. And speaking of movies, there has been pretty much, it could be a slip of the tongue or it could be an official announcement. Either way you look at it. Amanda Seyfried has confirmed that Mamma Mia 3 is on its way.
Get out.
Did you like the other two?
Yes.
Meryl,
Loved.
Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, yes. Love.
So she said, it's happening, and teased the film will be likely set in Greece with filming possibly starting by summer 2026. So if you're into your Mamma Mia, there looks like there will be a third one of those recently. Now, she was also, obviously sings in Mamma Mia. She was in Les Mis. She was Karen in Mean Girls. She's very musical. Now, she played on the dulcimer. Is that, do you know the dulcimer, G? It's like the...
No.
It looks almost like a box guitar that actually sits on your lap, and you play it on your lap with, it's got like a few strings
like a
on
slide
it.
guitar.
Kind of, yeah. So the setup, they said it was a dulcimer. She was on Jimmy Fallon, on the Tonight Show with Fallon, and she played that while singing a cover of Joni Mitchell's California. And I thought you would like this, so I'm going to play it for you now. And, well, just prepare to have your mind blown.
Sitting in a park in Paris, France, reading the news and it sure looks bad. They won't give peace a chance. It was just a dream some of us had. Still a lot of lands to see, but I wouldn't want to stay here. It's too old and cold and settled in its ways here. But California, I'm coming home. I'm gonna see the folks I dig. I'll even kiss a sunset pig. California, I'm coming home.
Incredible. That's just
Wow.
on a set, like sitting at the desk of a chat show on the lap with like just, normal on-set microphones, belting that out. Wasn't that incredible?
Amazing.
In the comments
Beautiful.
section too, on that post that they put up on Instagram for The Tonight Show, people like Lenny Kravitz, you got Gwen Stefani, Regina Spektor, all jumping in just going, oh my God, you don't know how hard that song is to sing. She absolutely nailed it. So you can check it out. We might even put a link in our Instagram as well on our stories at Gina and Matty.
Gina and Matty.
My weekend, a little different. to yours, G. On Saturday, I was at Four Pines Park down in Brookvale for the Seagulls versus the Cowboys clash. I do a bit of the ground announcing and on-screen MC stuff down there for the Seagulls. Have done it for quite a while now. And, God, footy's back, guys. 42 points to 12. And I had a little side bet with our boss, G, Shane with a Y. So he's a Cowboys supporter. He's a Cowboys supporter. I think he's over there crying into his coffee still at the moment. Yeah.
You would be if it was round the other way, let's be honest.
Oh, God, absolutely. I might not have turned up today. It would be it would have been real rough if I had lost the way they did. And when I say we, the Seagulls were up I think it might have been 18 or 16 points to 0 in the first 10 minutes. And then I get a text message while I'm working from my boss going, was it strong latte with one? I was like, absolutely. He knew after 10 minutes that it was all done and dusted. And a big shout out to, I had quite a few of you come up to me as well, listeners. I saw Carly, who came into the studio, who was raising awareness and money for ovarian cancer. She was down there at Four Pines Park, pulled me out of the crowd. I had to say, Matty! And she came and I had a quick chat to her. She managed to raise almost $1,000 for ovarian cancer, and she's also now an official ambassador. So good on you, Carly. And her name escapes me, one of the teachers from Marimba. Matty, I want you to talk about the Seagulls on Monday with Jonah. I was like, yeah, I will. No worries. No worries. So that was a great day. But on Friday afternoon, it was a friend of mine's 40th, and we went out on a boat. We went down to Sydney Harbour, and we were on a boat. And now, probably not the most... Ooh. Yeah, I know, how bougie. How fancy.
Oh, no. Did you wear your boat shoes?
You know I did. And white pants. It's almost like
navy and white striped jumper draped around your neck.
I had a party shirt on. I wore a party shirt, and they were just calling me Tiger all day because it had tigers on it. So I was just getting a bit of hey Tiger. I was like, that's good gear from you guys.
Nice.
And I was just trying to think if there was a sound that could encapsulate sort of middle-aged white sort of privileged people on a boat, what sound that would be. And luckily enough, I went through my phone and found a video that we recorded close to midnight, and this was it. That's the way it's gonna be, little darling. You can ride in on the horses, yeah. Sing along. It was a great time, And then everyone was, where? What?
Why did you record it?
Well, because I was filming. I was like, this is great. We sound awesome. It's a vibe. We're all inside, jumping up and down in the boat. And then I found one from a little later, and that's when I knew that it was probably time for me to go home because it's the Killers' Mr. Brightside, and I was the only one singing, and it sounded terrible. Just can't look, it's killing me. At that point, it's time to take yourself home, Baisley.
Gina and Matty.
Gina Jeffries broadcasting live from regional Victoria. How are you going this morning? How are you travelling?
Oh, look, I'm good. I'm in the kitchen. We're staying on a sheep farm halfway between Bendigo and Melbourne, and now everyone's awake, making breakfast. I just found out that the original stove here used to be, I said, is that a gas stove? No, it was a wood stove, the original one I'm looking at right now. So I'm sitting in a kitchen that's got 12-foot ceilings, and it's got mod cons as well now, Matty. There's also some electricity and stuff, but yeah, it's pretty amazing to be here. It's awesome. And
so you're there for the Burke and Wills Festival, which is a folk music festival?
Yeah, it's a folk music festival that's been running for a lot of years. And, yeah, we get invited down. And it's weird. I always say that because I'm a country singer, as you know, and I sort of feel like a little fish out of water. But they're really accepting, and they love Rod and I. And we've been here, I think this is probably our sixth time here. So, yeah, it's pretty amazing.
And so you were performing you flew out on Friday and you performed on Saturday, Sunday?
I did a show I've done 3 shows so far. So first of all, I did a show. Let me start you at the top.
Okay.
So I'll just really paint the picture of
Please
where we are.
Please do.
So if you can picture this, there's 3,000 sheep outside this kitchen somewhere on 2,000 acres. There's 20 beef cows and there's calves. There's chickens and we're eating the chickens' eggs fresh. And Leo, little Jack Russell, who might be getting fired soon because he didn't try to stop a fox from taking some chickens.
Oh, no.
He might be up for he don't cover his ears. Martin, cover his ears so he doesn't know. But he didn't even bark. He just let the fox take the chickens. So it's pretty amazing. The house was built in 1911 by Martin's grandfather. Great grandfather owned the land. It was built in the 50s. It went up a story to 7 bedrooms because they had a lot of kids back then, Matty.
No TV.
Lots and lots of
no
kids
TV,
back then.
Jay. Yeah, that's
no
right.
TV.
Yeah.
That's right. And it's like this beautiful antique shop. I feel like I'm sitting in some history. It's absolutely incredible. Animals, we've seen lots and lots of kangaroos. So when you're travelling, particularly at dawn and dusk, there's lots of kangaroos around. I've seen an echidna and a wombat. Sadly for the echidna and the wombat, they were both on the side of the road, not living their best lives.
No.
But the folk festival is held on a winery. So you've probably watched my socials on the weekend. I took a little shot of where we're performing in a big white tent, which is beautiful. And then they limit it to 150 people. That's all they can fit. And everyone is staying in a tent or a caravan and they've travelled from miles around to be there. And it's on a winery. So tomorrow when the festival finishes, because it's a public holiday in Victoria today, so tomorrow
I tell
when
you
the
what,
festival finishes,
Victoria,
they have a lot of public holidays.
They have so many public holidays. Unbelievable.
They have more than us.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It doesn't seem fair. But
Outrageous.
Tomorrow,
CJ, can you get Chris Minns on the show at some point? Get the Premier on the show. See if we can pitch him to see if we can get
why.
equal amount of public holidays
I'm
as Victoria.
working on it.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
We just want equal. We don't want more. We want equal.
Yeah.
That's all. Maybe one more. But so tomorrow when the festival finishes, the people who are camping have been asked they can stay and pick grapes because it's a working winery and it's time for the grapes to be picked. So that would be fun. I'd eat one, pick one, eat one, pick one. But the show is amazing. So I just do it with my husband Rod on guitar and banjo and James Gillard, who's our bass player, both brilliant musicians. And you sort of just sit down on a little stage and sing to 150 people who are very, very engaged. They listen. I was saying to you off air before, Matty, the difference with a folk audience and a country audience is, and a country audience I'm much more used to, they kind of want to yeehaw and, dance and drink and kick their heels up. And a folk audience want to listen. And they'll sit there and listen to every word you say. You can sing a brand new song or an original song that they've never heard of, and they will listen intently. And it's just the most, as a performer, as much as it's only 150 people at this particular folk festival, it's one of my favourites because they're really engaged and really listening, and you can stop and tell a story and you're sort of not in a hurry. It's not one of those shows that's really slick and segued and, lights and full band and that kind of thing. So from our point of view, it's super enjoyable. But as you know, on Friday, when I left the station, I thought I was picking up a bit of Newsy Susie's floozy. Flus. Yep. She's not a floozy, but she had some kind of a flu. And I left and I went, uh-oh, I feel a little bit unwell. And otherwise I would blame everybody here because I wasn't well. But I think I brought it to the festival and I was losing my voice. It's coming back now. Wonderfully, but I was losing my voice, so I chose a lot of songs for my Saturday night set that they could sing along. That old trick you taught me, Matt.
Yeah.
You said, if you forget the words, you just point the microphone out to the crowd.
Absolutely.
Well, I knew the words, but I was losing my voice, so I got the audience to sing along, like "You've Got a Friend" and
what one killed the most?
Country Roads, Take Me Home.
Which one absolutely killed when you started belting it out?
The one that killed the most was when Rod got his banjo out, the old crowd pleaser we like to call it, and we do a bluegrass version of a song from the 70s by Diana Ross and the Supremes, a bluegrass version of "Stop in the Name of Love."
Oh, wow.
And it's real fast, like, really, really fast banjo, and it's a real clap along. So we get them clapping along, and then I put it out to the audience and they sing along. They sing a whole chorus back to us. But I taught them a dance. And I said, because there's, you put your hand up, "Stop in the name of love" before you break my heart, and you shake your finger and shake your bum and stuff. Yeah. I taught them how to do the dance. But I said to them, I'm sorry now I said this. I said, don't worry, you don't have to get up, because they're all sitting down, and they're all, just to put it in perspective, they're all mostly retirement age in the audience. And so we're putting that in perspective. And I said, don't worry, you don't have to get up. You can do this dance from your chairs. I said, it's like in retirement villages when they do chair aerobics. And they were like, what? I said, too far.
Quick, bring Rod back with the banjo. We need to win the crowd back, quick.
The Gina and Matty podcast.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.